I'm here to tell you that in the 21st century, handsomeness and beauty is an issue of choice. It can be manufactured. As a young man, if you want to be admitted to places, as a young lady, if you want to be admitted to places, take care of your looks. Don't go for an interview like you are the resurrection morning. You just resurrected from the graveyard and I said, no, we are here for interviews. You see, I will tell you that in the corridors of power, they care how you look. I know one man who was once returned by our president. The president called for a meeting and the man appeared in a short. A minister. President said, out. I know one man, a minister in one of our former regimes who was taken to change his haircut by the president. There's an adage that says you are addressed the way you are dressed. You are addressed the way you are dressed. I don't know how you have your funerals here in Zimbabwe, but I'll tell you that in Zambia, at a funeral, because you now meet and you don't know everyone, I'll tell you that at a funeral, there's always a self-appointed usher, the one who begins to take people where they should sit. And I'll tell you that the only criteria that he normally uses is how you look. Seats sometimes are limited when you go to these funerals, so you find there are sofas, then there are garden chairs, then you might have some containers, firewood and bricks behind there. And you're going to realize the self-appointed usher, when he sees a man is well dressed, he takes him to the sofas, normally in a tent, in a marquee, and says, please sir, sit here. Sits. Another well-dressed woman will be taken. And then there's you doing very well but very unwell dressed. You arrive in there and you may take yourself to the tent also and sit because you may know your status. The self-appointed usher has a way of coming and normally you will not walk straight. He comes like this and says, my leader, my brother, 1 minute. When you follow him outside, you are not returning. By the time we check, we'll see you seated on a container or firewood or some brick behind there. And you will feel insulted because you know your status and where you have been taken. The problem is that you are dressed in a way that does not represent who you are. So Nebuchadnezzar says you needed to be handsome. When you go to discuss business deal, look like a prospect, not a suspect. Tell you that there are people who come and dress. By the way, scammers have mastered this. That's why they scam people. They look like the real deal. And unfortunately, the real deal often looks like a scammer. And that is why the people that are real who struggle to close deals, scammers easily close deals. Scammers have mastered the art of excellence. When he appears, he has refined his English. The perfume is on point. The suit is a slim fit. And he's carrying some gadget which has nothing on it. As you are speaking, he's swiping. But there's nothing. He's swiping. By the look, we are convinced that these are the investors we need. Before you know it, 1 week you are crying, you have been scammed. Why? The scammer has mastered the art of excellence. But you with a brilliant, feasible, bankable idea, unfortunately your looks betray your intellect. You arrive there and you look like a scammer. When you are mentioning numbers, when you leave, they say, that man can have that money he's talking about. No, those are the scammers of Harare. And in the end, you don't get a deal. So Nebuchadnezzar says there's a way you must look. As children of God, we must pay attention to how we dress and look because it witnesses and evangelizes.